refresh it. Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening to every TBC and around the world and everybody else they may be joining you. My name is Joseph Stevens and I am a trusted seller of TBC. My subject today is, what masks do you wear? Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Don't wear their mask. Thousands of years later, people are still wearing masks. They hide behind anything from, say, a false smile to Dr. Dre headphones. And my personal favorite is they wear dark glasses at night time. Are they celebrities? No, don't think so. Kia ora, Sharon. Welcome to my broadcast. Morning, it's afternoon. Here in, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. Yeah, so what mask are you wearing? Then there are the emotional masks, the masks we hide behind because of fear. For example, if we are insecure, we might tell, if we are insecure, we might tell on someone. You might tell a teacher, you might tell your friends, you might tell your mates, you might tell anybody if you're insecure. G'day, Bitcoin Scott. So what mask are you wearing? If we are unsure of our power, we can hide behind a mask of a bully or even a troll trolling our broadcast. There's a mask. There are people that jump onto our broadcast and don't even, and don't have a profile pic, or their YouTube channel is just brand new and they haven't got anything on there, and they've just added a few bits and pieces onto that channel, and so they can come and troll our broadcasts. But if we don't think the world loves us, we can hide behind the masks of anger. You always be angry at people. Yeah, you don't want to let yourself out at all. We mask the debt we've, we mask our debt that we've incurred to pay for our lifestyle that we can't afford. We pretend things are fine at work when they're not. We pretend that things are fine at home when they're not. Well, our jobs are on the line. We pretend things are okay in our marriage when there is distance. Obviously, we mask a lot of things. Before I go on I just want to congratulate David Jones on his anniversary. My wife and I will be celebrating, 36 years? 35 years this year. So, well, I said that was, we pretend things are okay in our marriage when they're not. And when people are married this long, it just goes to show you that people can live together. My wife and I do. We do it well. And I love it. You know, one of the most common reasons we wear a mask is the imposter syndrome. Impersonate someone else. You know, impersonating someone else. Trying to act like you're in charge, but you actually aren't. Impersonating someone else other than you. Is that because of the fear that the world is that because of fear that the world is going to find? Oh yeah. Is that because the world's going to find you out? Why you do that? An abundance mask, a living man and living woman's living freely. Explain, bro. Can you explain on that a bit more, Scott? I'm not sure what I get what you mean. I understand about the abundance mask, but we're not hiding behind in an abundance mask. We're actually showing that we have an abundance. A living man and living woman, is that what you're talking about? Freely? If they put up a mask or a front. Yeah. I think I'm sort of getting on the track of where you're going. Anyway, I've heard it described as feeling like fake, like you don't really belong, or like you aren't really successful, but just posing as such, just pretending. It's like Halloween costumes. And yes, us Kiwis know about Halloween. And sorry, we don't celebrate 4th of July because it's not our Independence Day. That belongs to the Americans. Okay.
So true.
We are living man and woman, but actually, we are still in slavery to the society. For now. Our TBC will help stop that. That's what I'm saying. For now, we are. No, we're not. We're not living freely because we've got things that dictate how we live. We've got the banks dictating to the government, who dictate back to us because the banks are ruling. And that's what's happening to a lot of countries. But who's dictating the banks? Well, the elites are dictating the banks. So you've got one dictating to another, and it goes on until someone can put their foot on it and stop it. What are we going to do until we can get TBC established in the next few years? We still can't do anything about it. And yeah, we are not free right now, but they say America's land of the free. Well, New Zealand's been free for years. But we tried to run under our own treaty. Someone dictates that we can't. One of our greatest fears is that we show our true selves. The world says, oh, it's just you. But being just you is actually the best and the most perfect, and I'm going to say that again, the most perfect thing you could ever be. You, not them. And as long as we're letting them dictate to us, we are them, not ourselves. It's just the quote I started off with, but I'm sorry you weren't in here, but the quote that I started off with today was, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. What mask do you wear? Yeah. Kia ora te kotai. A mask could mean hiding yourself. A mask could mean hiding your wealth in other countries. Okay? Like elite tax dodgers is what the rich do. I read up the other day about a person who came over here with his wife, and they were here for a couple of years, and he put 6.5 million away in a trust over here. And they went back to the States. They got divorced, and the wife filed a suit against him. And he quickly got onto the trust over here in New Zealand and tried to get them to send a lot of it to a bank in Panama, and for them to just hold on to 50,000. And they replied back to him saying, no, too late. Can't do it. His wife had already put a stop on it. So she'd put an injunction on it. So that's hiding behind a mask. Dodging what you have to pay back, dodging people, wealth tax, hiding their wealth. You know, another one is people are hiding their wealth by buying houses and not living in them, and blocking out those that are homeless. When they could charge a low rental cost on these houses, but they don't. They're doing it in. I know they're doing it in Canada. A lot of the millionaires are going to Canada. They're coming here as well. They're buying houses, and then they're just leaving them empty. Absolute smarties. And our housing, and the state of our housing over here in New Zealand is not very good right now. That's why TBC is our answer to humanity. True peer-to-peer, we can spend TBC money now, trade, exchange for goods and services. Yep, exactly. We can do that now. Pardon? Yes, you can. My wife says not in New Zealand. Yes, you can. You can use TBC now, anywhere, for doing anything. So, that's another mask that people are doing, is hiding behind their wealth, buying houses and that. and not putting people in them and just buying up neighborhoods and leaving them empty. And I saw a big documentary on China when they were building huge cities and then just putting a couple of people in there just as minders or security, and every single house and building is empty. So China's hiding behind a mask, a huge mask. Yeah, hiding your face because of your religion, and I'm not going to go down that road. All right. Over here in New Zealand, our ancestors wore masks in the form of warrior tribal facial tattooing for the men, and the woman had moko, M-O-K-O, moko. And it was mostly because of high rank, but they couldn't have them because they couldn't have them just go out and get it done on them. They couldn't. It had to be earned. It was used with men. Tattooing their faces was a form of being fierce, and enticing people into daring them, enticing other warriors, and daring them to attack them if they didn't have a tattoo, if they didn't have a facial tattoo. Come and attack me, see what happens. Because they earned the right to wear that mask. It had a purpose. Does yours? I think a lot of us have another name for this as well, and you either put up, you either put them together, or you use them singly, and that is to put up a wall to block out what's around you and to do your own things regardless. What others say or try to steer them in the right direction doesn't mean nothing. It just goes through one ear and out the other. But don't get me confused with driving me up the wall. Probably think you probably find some people can do that and drive you up the wall. I think that saying comes from kids when they're too noisy and they're hanging around you and they drive you up the wall. Yeah. That's a different wall. Okay, so how are we going to fix it? Well, I think there's three practical ways of trying to fix trying to shed the mask. And the first one, probably to live our potential, we have to bring all who we are to do. Yeah, we have to bring all we are to do what we do. There are numerous people who have our same skill set, but there's still a lot of people out there with that poverty mindset. And I say a lot, I don't say everyone. Now I understand what GW was talking about in the broadcast when he said that. Now I understand about what he was saying about poverty mindset. It keeps us back, it holds us back. So now we have to think more than that. We have to think forward. There are numerous people who have the same skill set as we have here, and or maybe even better, but none of these people bring the same personality or creativity and spirit to the job that we do. So that's something that can't be matched. You know, you get in a job and you've been in there for a while, and someone else comes in and tries and takes over your job, and they don't do a very good job of it. This is how you can differ in your skills. So that person is probably trying to push you out of your job with a totally different kind of mask on, and probably trying to impress the boss. Different mask. What about these people coming in and broadcasting, and they haven't got a profile pic? Who are they kidding? You know, part of ourselves is to work and lose our greatest potential. The irony is that we often mask that part of ourselves at work and lose our greatest potential. The second reason is relief. It is exhausting to live an inauthentic life. You put on a mask or two or 10, then you take it off, then you put it back on. You have a couple more on. Must get exhausting. Keep putting this mask on, taking it off, another one on, take it off. And then the worst of all is you still start forgetting who you really are. So let the world know you as you are, not as you think you should be. Sooner or later, if you are posing, you will forget the pose, and then where are you? And what mask are you wearing? And I think the third reason is healing. When we wear masks, we carve a piece of ourselves out. In other words, you take it away from you. You start losing your, what we call over here is, you start losing your mana, your spirit, your strength. You start losing it when you put a mask up there. A part of you starts to disappear. So we carve a piece of ourselves out. In other words, withholding parts of ourselves as unworthy. But in relationships, especially in our spiritual relationships, we can't be truly healed unless we offer up all the pieces. It's like handing someone a broken vase and asking them to fix it, but holding back 2 or 3 broken pieces and saying, good luck. Anyone want a coffee? Wife's making one. Masks make shallow of what God has intended it to be, and deep. But everything in our lives gets, everything in our lives get cheated when we choose to hide ourselves behind a mask. we weren't born with a mask. I know when I was born, I was born with a veil that was left on me when I was born, but got pulled off as a kid. Oh, I think everybody has seen the veil, but that's what I was born with when I was, yeah. I had a veil. It's not the same thing as a mask. We put them on ourselves so we can take them off. You put a mask on, take it off. If we want to show our true selves, then stop hiding behind the mask. Start with a simple exercise. Think about negative messages you have held on to. Ask yourself whether it is true. More than likely, the answer is no. And if it is not, then you have to ask the questions. What us Kiwis say is, yeah, nah. Why am I carrying that message? Why am I carrying that message? If I remove my mask, what would happen? Probably nothing. The main risk we face is the world's reaction. Yeah, this also comes down to broadcasting and showing your face as a broadcaster. And so what are you hiding? What are you hiding? Why broadcast using a mask? Don't you want people to join? Don't you want people to join you to become one of your referrals? Or do you want to teach them to hide behind a mask? What, you're teaching them that it's okay to hide, that it's okay, and that that it's the right message to send them? Is it? Is that the right message to send a person that you come on, you got no picture of yourself, they've joined from another country, and you start broadcasting, and your whole broadcast, all you can see is just a picture of TBC, and that's it. But they can hear your voice, but they can't see you. So they don't know you. Why are you hiding behind a mask? Does opening up yourself threaten others? No. Why should it threaten others by you opening up? It shouldn't. It invites them to reevaluate their own lives. So stop hiding behind the mask. Come into our broadcast with pictures. One pics of yourselves. Enjoy putting pictures of yourselves up. I know I change mine all the time. The one I've got there is Tikawiti, Maniapoto. It's my whānau. But because I broadcast and show my face, many times it forces them to realize that to have power to change, but they haven't. So don't let that stop it or stop you. Don't pull your mask partially off and then let the world scare you into putting it back on. Pull it right off. Take it right off. Another mask would be being scared of broadcasting because you're too scared to show your face, or you can't talk. And there are ways of learning how to talk through a broadcast. Many are teachers. Bitcoin Scott, Sharon, Takotai. They are people that are very good at speaking on broadcasts. The greatest battle we face as human beings is the battle to protect ourselves from the world it wants us to become. That's the greatest battle. Think about the mask you wear and commit to taking it off, removing it. Hold your gifts out to the world. Offer them the gift of TBC. No apology, no shame, and no regret. Offer it to them. Don't feel ashamed. Don't apologize for offering it to them. Don't feel ashamed about offering TBC to them. And never regret what you just, never regret offering TBC as a gift. As the old saying goes, every creature has its rightful place. And in that place, it becomes beautiful. That's an old saying. What mask are you wearing? I want to thank you all for joining me on my broadcast today. I want to thank my two moderators now. My wife and Takotai, and I want to thank Sharon, Huge, and Scotty. Thank you both for joining my broadcast. And if you want to ask any questions, go for it. But if you don't, I'll see you on your broadcast. And I'm sorry I haven't been catching anybody during the early mornings. I've been catching up on all my sleep because watching so many broadcasts has made me, I had to put up that sleep mask. So with that, I want to say on behalf of my wife and I, this is Joe and Sandy Stevens saying, kia ora. Come here and say hooray.
Bye, everybody.
And this is Joseph Stevens and Sandy Stevens. We are both trusted sellers. Kia ora koutou. Thank you for joining my broadcast. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you on your broadcast. If you want to know anything, down the bottom. If you want to get in touch with me, have a look down the bottom. Kia ora. Bye.
Kia ora, bye.